They built 35 homes while I buried my wife, so I turned off their water. I'm David Taylor, 52, former school administrator, who owns 156 acres outside Asheville, North Carolina. My wife built a private water treatment plant in 2005 that produces 35,000 gallons a day and serves the entire valley. She ran it for 15 years before she died of a stroke in March, sudden and without warning. Gerald Anderson called the next morning, HOA president of Riverside Estates, and said they'd handle the water system while I grieved, but I said no. 82 days later, Crestwood Development built 35 luxury homes on the ridge, all connected to my facility without permission. And when I checked the meters, I discovered $28,000 stolen. I pulled the easement my wife signed in 2019, which was revocable if unauthorized expansion occurred, and I own the license and control the pumps. Then I opened the safe and found the USB she left with a letter that said they'd try this when she was gone. Don't let them. You're the owner. Lock them out. I drove to the facility at dawn, changed every code, locked the master panel, and shut the main valves. 35 families woke up dry in June heat at 95 degrees, with no showers, no toilets, no water. Anderson called within an hour and threatened to sue, but I told him to read the easement and he hung up, then called back 3 hours later with a different tone. He sent his attorney, so I showed mine the meter logs and the emails my wife had archived where Anderson had written, "We'll handle everything," in his condolence message, which meant we'll take everything. My lawyer filed theft charges while I posted the timeline on Facebook with drone photos, and local news ran it as widower cuts water to homes built during his grief. 6 days they went dry while lawns died, and 2 families paid $400 a night for hotels. Homeowners demanded Anderson fix it while Crestwood scrambled for alternative water sources. But the nearest connection was 8 miles away at $2. $3 million to build, and by day 6 Anderson was facing angry buyers and dropping property values. Day 7. Anderson came alone and asked what I wanted. I handed him the contract. Perpetual, non-cancelable, $15,000 base monthly, plus $425 per home, totaling $29,875 with 3.5% annual increase. And if you miss one payment, I cut you in 48 hours with a $75,000 reconnection fee. He signed. They pay now, every month, $358,000 a year and $8.6 million over 25 years. My wife built the system, and I just kept the keys. They wanted my water, now they rent it forever. Comment if you think karma's real, or tell me your worst HOA story.